All right, it's December 1917, the last month of the year. Eastern Front, Germans. Yeah, they fell back, getting behind the river here, trying to form a defensive line along there. That if they can get a couple more units over here, they'd probably have a good defensive line along here and be able to hold the Russians out indefinitely. Now the big problem is down here. They pulled units out of here along the were some of them, and some units from over there, and some of the units that were over here, and they made a hodgepodge line of defense right there, just trying to hold the Russians at bay. So that's pretty much what's going on there. Now there was a battle that happened. Remember those Cossacks that were running around, running? Well, they're not really strong. They were only what 2-4s or something like that. So you hit them, they usually disintegrate. But they were easily taken out. The Austrians that were here untrenched and went into the battle, formed a line through here and took them out. So they kind of shored up their defenses a little bit. They don't have to worry about the Romanians advancing because they won't go. That's the full extent of them right there. So all they have to do is worry about here and see what they can do with that. Now, over here, the Germans a lot of them that were shoring up the Austrians got pulled out of the line right here. Pulled units out, like a unit, or complete unit there, and tossed them over that direction to form that line. And the Italians moved troops in to kind of form a line right there themselves to keep the British from advancing any farther. So that's pretty much what happened there. Not much they can do. They're running out of troops to throw every direction. It's like a fire brigade. And over here, the troops that they did build, the replacement pool, reconstituted the corps. Well, they came over here and started help forming the defensive perimeter along here. They're tossing units into this direction so they can have, and then this demoralized unit, that's right here, that's going to go away. Yeah. So there you go. So that is the full extent of everything. Now the interesting thing is the Americans do have their aircraft parked over here. So I have to take a look and see how that's going to add to everything. But I've never played the game long enough to actually know what aircraft do. So I have to do some digging, because the last games I played, it was over before we got to the aircraft phase of it. So it's 1918. All right. So we got tanks. Now we got aircraft. It's going to be fun. All right. We'll be back. All right, December 1917, Allies, Eastern Front. The Russians attacked here and were beat off across the river. They were trying to cross the river, and their pontoons and everything, and little bridges they were making, and got mowed down by the Maxim machine guns. All done. So they took some casualties, took some with them, but the problem is they didn't take everybody. There was a battle right here on the road. They took this road right here, and well, as you can see, there used to be a bunch of Russians. There was like 3 different army groups. There's no more Germans, and well, you can see there's hardly any Russians left. They just exchanged themselves out. All right, so that's so good. Over here, there was another battle right here. There was Austrians that were here. They were dug in deep, and they were attacked by 4 Russian army corps, and well, now you can see there's 2 Russian army corps left. They took a lot of Russians with them, but they're gone. So that was the worst thing about it, but the line's still there. They're grinding down these Russians. The Russians are kind of starting to run out of troops. They probably have to start throwing in some low quality troops. Like you can see these little guys. Yeah, that's their low quality stuff. They can buy a lot of them. They're great for defense, but when you start attacking with them, well, let's just say you lose a lot of them. And that's pretty much what happened. All right. Over here. One thing I'm going to say, Imperial troops have entered the base. Imperial troops have entered the base. Budapest has fallen. Well, the Brits attacked here with their corps and took Budapest in a bloody mess. It was, and you can see there what's remains of an army group right there, one corps. So they lost some troops in the process of taking it, and well, that was the fun part of it. The one attack they had where they didn't have tanks in that attack, the other two attacks had tanks. The third attack, well, didn't have tanks, so it was a difference of 1 pip. Well, that was a very bad exchange. Let's just put it that way. All right. And they're still dug in right here, so nothing changed there. All right. And the Greeks are like, well, if we're not going to be part of this war anymore, we're just going to start marching home. That's what they're kind of looking like they're doing. All right. Over here, over Dale, along the Dusty Trail. Well, some of the doughboys have fallen in battle. There was a unit that was here. Since there was a hole right there, the Americans pushed the hole through, and they did an attack here. And well, there was Americans here, but they're gone. It was an exchange. They took out one of the units, completely destroyed it, and the other one they had an exchange and took some Americans with them. So yeah, the first casualties of the war have happened, and you can see here the American troops are marching down, cutting a new rail line from Brest. They got a beachhead there. All right, and well, they got a lot of troops parked in Britain right now. And after doing the numbers and everything, the Brits were able to ship a couple of replacement corps down here. So that they got them down there so they can ship them up there via rail next turn. All right. Well, that's everything for the turn. It was a bloody mess on the Eastern Front. Lots of Russians and Germans have fallen. And, well, over here, it was kind of a mess too. So, it's not looking good. Right now, the Austrians have lost one of their major cities. And that reminds me, we might have to check what the weather is going to be for next month. Oh, 1. That's going to be mud. There you go. Yep. Mud. We got mud now. All right. So that just lets me know what things are happening. Okay. We'll be back in 1918. All right. Later.